everyone, and welcome to Commander Cookout on YouTube, Top 5 in 5. This time, the top 5 control commanders all time, period. Brought to you by FusionGamingOnline.com. You want any of these commanders, you head there, use CCO Fusion 5 promo code, get you 5% off your entire control commander. Makes sense. Math checks out. Number 5. Here we go. Under $10 and not your typical Urzas and Yawgmoths and shit that people are gonna hate.
Oh.
So, number 5, this is a public service announcement just so players know who they are. We've got Baral, Chief of Compliance, and Talrand Sky Summoner. These are gonna put a little bit of a taste in people's mouths when you whip them out, but you should know about them. You should know that probably both decks are gonna pack 20, 22 counter spells. Baral's going to make them cheaper. Talrand's going to give you a win condition, and Baral is probably going to play the long game and then win with some kind of infinite combo or Lab Maniac.
I feel like I need a shower.
Number 4, Send Triplets.
Oh.
Yeah, great control colors, which is going to be a theme. This is our second blue commander in a row. This takes stuff out of your opponent's hands and lets you cast it, and allows you to hold your own hand for future removal, counter spells, or control.
I feel like people will get pretty butthurt about that, Ryan.
They do. They will.
If only they printed a fixed version of it.
They did. This is Xanathar Guild Kingpin.
Oh.
There you go. You can do some D&D theme deck to kind of take the edge off, and you're not taking stuff out of people's hands. You're taking it off the top of their library, so they can still play their game.
It's like milling, but without all the feel bads. Number 3, just like number 4, same colors, we've got Aloro. Doesn't matter where he is, command zone or the battlefield, he's going to gain you life, and he's going to give you that staying power that control decks need. When the aggro deck mid and late game starts to try and roll over them, you're going to have a little bit of a life buffer, and whenever you gain life, you can pay 1 to draw a card. So he's going to fill your hand back up so you can cast more sweepers, cast more finishers, combos, or just have more cards in your opponent, because that's usually how you win control games. And he's one of those dirtbag assholes that you can just play a mono blue deck and just play him for the life game from the command zone.
Number 2.
That's Brea Ethereum Shaper. Yeah, this was old school from 2016. She's got an ETB ability that you can kind of farm in white and blue, which she is.
Mm-hmm.
You've got blue and red to do artifact stuff and combos, which she is.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got red and black to do graveyard butt stuff with some of your artifacts, which she is. And you can sacrifice all those artifacts that you have or that you're going to make, and you can deal damage to players as a win condition. You can gain life to keep yourself alive, or you can kill your opponent's shit. What? You think that she's egregious? Wait until we get to the number 1 way to play control.
Number 1.
The number 1 biggest middle finger control commander is, I think, one of the most versatile commanders on the planet. And that is...
Do you mean?
I do.
Oh, you mean?
Atraxa Praetor's Voice.
She appeared in the top 5 and 5.
She did. We did it. And specifically, I'm referring to the Stax Traxa build.
Who would play that?
She blocks because she's got vigilance. She attacks with death touch and lifelink. She proliferates. What kind of things can she proliferate for you?
She can proliferate smokestacks. She can proliferate tangle wires. She can proliferate planeswalkers, specifically like Dovin Bonds, so you can get an emblem that's a winter orb.
Ooh. And you can put 1 poison counter on your opponent and just control the board for 100 turns until everybody's dead.
Yeah.
Those are our top 5 in 5 control commanders. We don't necessarily recommend that you do these, but if you do, make sure you're upfront, have good Rule Zero conversations, and if you want to pick up any cards from this list or to beat cards from this list, you go to FusionGamingOnline.com, CCO Fusion 5 promo code, get you 5% off all your Atraxas and Breas and Counterspells and Wrath of Gods, and it'll let them know that CCO Boys sent you. Final big thanks go out to our big-time Patreon supporters, patreon.com/CCO Podcast. You can see their names and our total media editor right now.
2.